20% ROI in Medellin is dead. And it's not because tourism is down. As a matter of fact, we had a record year in 2025. In this video, I'm gonna go over the return on investment killers affecting people in Medellin. Quick note, if you're looking to buy a property in Medellin within the next 30 days and your budget is over $150,000 and you wanna work with a team that models their ROI according to real world data and conservative numbers, there's a link in the description below. Click on it, fill out the form, and somebody on the team will get back to you as soon as possible. The first ROI killer is the fee that Airbnb charges and the property management fee. Airbnb charges about 3% for their service, but then on top of that, they're gonna discount taxes that the Colombian government charges, which is the sales tax here called IVA, I-V-A. That's about 15%. So you're looking at about 18.5% being taken out right off of the top of your gross earnings. The next big chunk comes from property management. If you're not living in Colombia, or maybe you just don't know about property management, you're gonna hire a company here to manage your Airbnb. Typically, a property management company here is gonna charge about 15%. But what a lot of investors don't know is that those property management companies aren't doing any marketing. They're not taking pictures, they're not doing videos, social media, YouTube videos, etc. for that 15% fee. They're just waiting for the customer to come, and all they're gonna do is check them in, schedule cleanings, maintenance, be on call if something goes wrong. So this first big chunk comes from property management and the platform fees plus sales tax. You're talking about 30% being taken off the top right away. The best way to reduce this expense is by doing the property management yourself, or maybe hiring a local that you could teach how to do the property management and just pay them per project, or maybe per hour, obviously making sure that you're compliant with employment laws out here. Sales tax, I'm sorry, you're not getting around that one. The next ROI killer is the utility spikes and the service spikes. So Colombia has this thing where they categorize neighborhoods by income levels. They're called estratos. It goes from 1 to 6. The higher the number means the higher the income level. They exist so that the higher income level neighborhoods can subsidize the lower income neighborhoods with their utility bills. That means that if you buy an apartment in an estrato 6 or 5, your utility bill is gonna be more expensive than that of a 1, 2, or a 3. The difference is not huge per se if you're just living in the apartment and using it normally. But if you're a vacation rental, your guests are gonna be leaving the air conditioning on all day, fans on all day, lights on all day, and that $200 utility bill could become a $1,000 utility bill. Another thing, if you've got an Airbnb like mine here, you're gonna want top-notch internet. You want that dedicated fiber optic line so that your guests that are staying here long-term, that are digital nomads, families, etc., so that their internet doesn't drop on an important call. Apart from the internet company coming here and putting the internet in, their router is really bad. So I had to buy my own router. On top of that, I had my network guy come in here and set up the internal network with the extenders up on the roofs so that they look sleek and nice. Great internet, even over Wi-Fi, you don't have to plug in. So of course, that depends on your customer persona and the level of service that you're gonna be providing. The next ROI killer are your fixed costs. These are the things that you are going to have to pay even if you have nobody in the apartment. The first one is the HOA. The HOA comparatively is cheaper here than it would be in a country like the United States or Canada. But here in Medellin, your HOA cost can vary widely depending on the age of the building, how many apartments are in there, what amenities you have, whether you have a security guard 24/7, etc. Where some people have zero HOA in a standalone building with no administration, there could be high-end buildings that pay $300, $500 a month for HOA. So it's very important to know the market before you buy. The next one is property tax. Property taxes in Colombia are super low, but keep in mind, all of these things matter at the end of the day when you add them all up. So make sure that you're working with a professional like us that can tell you what your property taxes are gonna be, what your HOA is gonna be, what your insurance is going to cost. A lot of people don't even think about insurance out here. Homeowners insurance, and you can have liability insurance, because let's say you rent your place out, someone slips and falls and breaks their hip. You got to make sure that you're covered, right? The next ROI killer is maintenance. If you've got an Airbnb that does daily rentals, your turnover is going to be high. That means that a lot of the things that you have are going to be breaking more often than a rental that's more long-term. This apartment that we're in today can do daily rentals. I choose to do monthlies for two reasons. One is the turnover and the maintenance cost. It was costing me an arm and a leg to repair things that were getting broken, the cleaning fees, because every time someone leaves, you'd have to clean it. Now I only do long-term contracts between 1 month to 6 months. That has reduced my overhead. And on top of that, the clientele is much better. We're talking about families, digital nomads, couples, people that want to come down here not just to party, but to actually live their life a little bit. Obviously, I make a little less than when I was doing them as daily rentals, but the headache is lower and also the maintenance fee is lower. When we help people buy property out here that they're gonna put up on Airbnb or on any other platform, we tell them to reserve about 1% of their property value for maintenance fees. The next ROI killer is a big one. It's one that we call the seller's deed trap. Here in Colombia, when someone buys a property, they're buying a property that maybe someone has owned for many years. Maybe they've owned it for 10 or 20 years. In those cases, the seller will ask the buyer if they could put a lower price on the deed in order to avoid a large capital gains tax. Capital gains here is about 35% if you sell your property within 2 years of owning it. If you wait after the 2 years, it reduces to about 15%. So it's still a pretty big chunk. That's why sellers will ask buyers for a lower price on the deed. We call this a trap because if you do agree to that, that means that when you go sell it, the price on the deed shows a lower amount than what you actually paid for it. And of course, there will have been appreciation, so your capital gains is going to be pretty high. In essence, you're paying their capital gains, if that makes sense. So make sure that you're working with a professional that can explain this to you. On top of that, we always recommend our buyers to work with an attorney because there are certain rules that the Colombian IRS, the DIAN, for these type of situations. If you're coming to Medellin and would like to rent out this beautiful apartment, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, right here in the Manila neighborhood. There's a link in the description below to the Airbnb listing. When booking, make sure to mention this video. I have a very special gift for you, and I hope to see you in Medellin soon. So in my opinion, the biggest ROI killer is the occupancy rate. Medellin has 2.5 million people. It's got hundreds of little barrios and little neighborhoods all over the place. So the location where you buy your property is primordial for your occupancy rate. There are some places in Medellin where occupancy rate is way higher than others. You may find a great deal in a neighborhood that has very low occupancy rate. You could still win there if you know what you're doing when it comes to marketing, or hire someone that knows what they're doing with marketing. Or it could go south and have very little occupancy. I'm talking about 40 or 50% occupancy rate, and you're stuck with a little money pit there. On the contrary, you can buy an apartment in a desirable area. Obviously, the price per square meter is going to be higher in those areas because they are desirable, but your occupancy rate is not going to suffer. And literally, this can vary by just crossing a street. So make sure that you work with a competent professional out here. Make sure to click the link in the description below, fill out the form, and somebody on the team will get back to you as soon as possible. And I'll see you in Medellin soon.